right, good afternoon everybody. Welcome to Whole Health, Move Your Body today for employees. From my heart to yours. All right, so you're able to enjoy this class either seated or standing. So if you have a chair, if you want to sit in front of your desk, that's fine. Otherwise, it'd be a good idea to stand up, and if you put your arms out like so, and you kind of just move in both directions, and just make sure that you have enough room to keep your arms spread without running into anything. Okay, so that's a good measurement of your space. All right, so we begin by stepping out with the our own body. So kind of a normal position. And we begin with a little bit of mindfulness here. So remember that the kind of working definition of mindfulness is to be in the present moment, on purpose, without judgment. So we're just going to kind of take a moment to land into our bodies, into our minds, into our breath before we begin. So be mindful of your structure. So we talk a lot about in Tai Chi how to shape the body correctly so that it's most comfortable when you're standing. And so what you want to do is have your toes straight, your knees are slightly bent, your hips are kind of tucking forward under the body. So if you have a lot of sway back here, you want to tuck the hips forward so that we can kind of flatten that out a little bit. Keep the spine lifted and the head lifted with the shoulders relaxed. We're going to be mindful of our breathing. So for this experience, we want to practice low, slow, lower diaphragmatic breathing. To assist you with the mechanics of breath, you could place one hand on your chest and one hand on your abdomen. And then as you inhale, you should feel the lower abdomen expand outward, almost like you have a balloon in your belly. And as you exhale, that balloon gently contracts again, and the chest should stay mostly relaxed. So you can use your hands to facilitate that process, or you can just do it in your mind. And then we also want to be just mindful of how we're feeling at this particular moment. Just kind of search around in yourself. Find out how you're doing today. How's your body doing today? How is your breath happening in you today? As we continue to practice, let's hold the attitude of relaxing our mind, body, and breath. Think about sinking and connecting to the ground, to the earth. The earth is a very good grounding tool for all of us. And we also want to think about the circulation of our energy. Head to toe, skin to bone. All right, and let's continue by gathering. Inhale, raise your arms up to the sides, above your head. Nice full range of motion, and as you exhale, the hands come down the front of the body. We'll do that a couple of times. Inhale as the hands come up, opening up the rib cage. Nice deep inhale and exhale. Now, one other thing I want to mention for this experience is that we tried to breathe through the nose only if we can. But if you need to exhale out of the mouth, in, just make sure that you're doing it very gently. All right, come back to that neutral standing position, or perhaps you're sitting. And today we're going to enjoy self-healing massage. Okay, so let's begin by rubbing the palms together. Do that several times. So much of our work we do with our hands. And as we go through this massage process, remember, whatever can be rubbed could also be squeezed and tapped. So feel free to, work with your body in the best way that feels good to you today. All right, we'll rub the back of the hands and go in between the fingers. And we'll do both sides. All right, and then we're going to rub the inside and outside surface of the arm. And essentially just touch everything that you can reach. So you'll reach up on your shoulder, maybe the traps up there. Make sure you're getting the inside and the outside surface of the arm. And then we're going to go right over to the rib cage. And I like to use my knuckles to kind of rub on the rib cage here while I push my hand above the head to stretch. I'm sorry if my hand kind of left the camera there. Move back a little bit. All right, and then go to the other arm. So inside and the outside of the arm, reaching as far as you can. And so, like I said, you could do some kneading here, if you needed to. You could also do some tapping, whatever feels nice. And then reach and stretch above your head while you're opening up the rib cage under the armpit. And then we're going to brush down the front of the body. Now, you could do this by touching. You could also do this by kind of just waving the hands without touching and pushing the energy down. But you want to get the attitude as if you're like kind of trying to get a little dust off of your shirt. It's kind of a brushing activity. And these exercises are going to help us with the so-called acupuncture meridians in Chinese medicine, which are only 3 millimeters below the skin. Okay, so just even the lightest touch is going to move some of the energy in those acupuncture meridians. All right, we're going to rub the top of the legs a little bit. Kind of maybe sink down, squat down in your legs just a little. All right, and then we're going to circle the knees. So you can just kind of put a palm on each knee and make some circles there. If you're sitting down, of course, you could do other activities. You have a little bit more flexibility there. You could rub and massage the knees in any way you feel necessary. All right, and then you're going to go down the rest of the leg, but only go as far as you can without straining or hurting. So you just kind of go down the front of the leg, go as far as you can. If you can, we would love to get the top of the feet too. All right, so just kind of massage that, the front of your legs, maybe brush the top of the feet off a little bit. And then we come back up to the top, and then we do head massage. So we could do acupressure points with your fingertips. If that was good, maybe that's better for your hair. You could also do combing. You could do squeezing, kneading, and massaging that way. Or you could even just wave your hands across the energy field around the head, and it still works. And it's pretty amazing, how we can kind of do this as people. All right. So now you're going to reach up and massage your neck. Just reach around. Reach your fingers around the side of your neck. Do some pulling, massaging right out there at the base of the skull. And again, as you're reaching across, you might even get a little bit of that trap muscle in there. So whatever you can reach, whatever feels good. Got to do some, squeezing and kneading there. And then do it with both hands. All right, then we're going to brush down the back side of the body. So just reach up as high as you can, pushing downward. From the mid back down to the lower back. It's always good. And you can rub, do a nice brisk rub over the kidneys a little bit. And I like to do a little tapping in the lower back. You know, we get a little lower back pain. All right, and then we're going to brush down the back side of the leg all the way down from the hamstring down to the Achilles tendon, whatever you can reach. And then do a little bit of activity there on the inside surface of your legs. All right, very nice. And then we're going to use our knuckles to kind of rub on the sternum, right between the pec muscles. Open up the heart and circulation around the chest. And then we're going to rub the abdomen. So stack one hand on top of the other, and you're going to make a circular motion around the navel. Sometimes I like to marry the breath to this activity by inhaling up the circle and exhaling down the circle. Okay, so do that several times. We're also encouraged to do this after meals. So one important set of recommendations in Chinese medicine is to, after you have a meal, to do some stomach rubbing and then go for a walk to help your digestion. Okay, so just rub around there very gently, thinking about the balance of the internal organs. And then we're going to bring our hands to rest below the navel and come back to that lower diaphragmatic breathing. So inhale, the lower belly should expand outward a little bit. And as you exhale, the lower belly comes in. And we do our best to do this through the nose only. Take one more breath. And then we're going to gather once more. Inhale up. And exhale down. And we're going to add one simple movement to this exercise before we close out today. So from your neutral standing position, you're going to angle yourself a little bit to the right side. Palms are facing each other. You're going to shift your weight and make a circle. So you inhale when you shift your weight back. Exhale, shifting forward. We do that about 8 to 10 times. Inhale back, exhaling forward. Do your best to stay soft and relaxed as you go through the activity. And let's do one more repetition here. Turn back to the front for a moment. I like to keep my hands facing each other. Sometimes you'll feel the energy between your palms. All right, and then we're going to go to the left side, and let's reverse that circle. Inhale, coming back, exhale, going forward. Nice and gentle. Think about rocking a small child. Very gentle and light. Again, we're going to go about 8 to 10 repetitions. You can do more, sometimes less if you need to. And coming back to the center. Exhale, come back to your standing position. And we're going to close by simply resting our right hand on top of the left hand, touching your thumbs. And just taking one more moment of mindfulness. Mindfulness of your structure. Mindfulness of your breathing, and being mindful of how you feel, how your body's responding to the exercise. From here, you can feel free to stay as long as you like. Or you can gather your chi, inhale up, exhale down, And that will complete today's Move Your Body for employees. Thank you very much. From my heart to yours.